You did a lot of little things. We're lucky enough to hear Sully on the mic and et cetera, et cetera. And you made some huge blocks last night that really were important, the intangibles of your game last night. Tell me about it.
Well, thanks. I think that's why I'm here, is to make those little plays. And when it's your turn to get in front of a shot, you have to do it. I just think that's part of our journey here if we want to win. So everybody's buying into the roles they have. It's not just me. I think we're all doing a good job as a team at this point. But I mean, I'm just trying to do all the little things right, set up the line that's after me.
In terms of the 5-on-6, you guys were way ahead of it. Heinze had a meeting talking about it. What did he say, and then what happened in the 5-on-6?
They just talked about their tendencies. Obviously, we don't know that very well, what they like, and just a couple responsibilities off of face-offs. And I don't even know if they had the goalie out.
Yeah,
They had the goalie out. Yeah, we just didn't kind of need to be a little stronger on the. It's kind of a weird bounce on the wall, and then I think we maybe could have pressured a little harder. Me for sure on Raymond up top before he got over to the other side. Maybe could have got that puck out of his hands a little faster, and obviously Mika has scored a bunch from that spot. So we got to make sure that I try to get in the shot lane so much. I think I can make my way out and get it off his hands a little bit faster.
How do you guys? Sully right away says, "All right, guys, no problem. We're going to win this game." That mindset really stays with you, doesn't it? And so take me through that, the last minute of the game, and then winning in OT and Quinn's goal from your vantage point.
Obviously, we have a lot of confidence as a group, and there's a lot of talented players going over the boards in overtime. A lot of guys that want the puck on their stick. Definitely nerve-wracking to be there, sitting there watching like that, and I just think there's a ton of confidence, and everybody was kind of composed in that moment and was ready for the moment. And I couldn't be happier for Quinn. I mean, it sucks playing against him in overtime. There's not much you can do. He's going to get a chance at some point. You just got to make sure it's not too good of one, and he made a heck of a play, so happy for him.
What's this dynamic like? We're standing here, Sebastian Aho walks by, Lucas Raymond and Tim Stutzler checking out. Like, it's single elimination, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're in close quarters with guys you're playing against, guys you just eliminated. Like, how does that work? And have you seen the Slovaks today?
Yeah, I mean, it's all business. I think that everybody knows what we're here to do and understands the beast that we're dealing with here. So I think that it's going to be, you just got to get used to that. It's part of the deal. I think everybody's comfortable in that situation. I think that's when we can lean on our teammates an extra lot.
Zach, covering Quinn in Minnesota, we're not used to seeing him leave the ice in overtime, and so I was almost shocked when I saw you out there at one point. But then his next shift, he stayed as far away from the bench as possible, almost waved off the line change. I mean, is that something that you guys have to get used to? Is it like he wants to be out there on a constant basis, especially in those moments?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you go down our lineup, probably all the guys on our team are guys that start overtime and are out there for the majority of it, and I think everyone understands the dynamic of the team and what's asked of them. And in that situation, Quinn's probably one of the best in the world at 3-on-3 overtime. And whether it's him, me, Sandy, I think those were the 3D that went last night. We're confident in everyone, but obviously a guy like him can make plays like that, and you just gotta let him do his thing. I mean, I've seen it a bunch in the summers, him make plays like that. I've seen it in the NHL, all his highlights, and then obviously at the world's biggest stage in a moment like that, he's a guy that comes through. So you trust your teammates, and in that moment, you trust Quinn's read on that, and he felt like he had a moment where he could help get our team over the finish line, and he did just that. So they're pretty incredible. I know I was mic'd up last night. I think I'm calling goal before it even happened. So it's a special player and a special moment.
I was going to ask you about that. Reggie said that you said, "Quinn, do your thing," or something, literally right before. Do you remember?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what I said. I'd actually be curious to see what the footage says, but no, he does that. Like I said, I've seen him do it every day in the summer. I know it's a different stage, but when you do it consistently over and over again against some of the best players in the world in the summer, you do it every day in the NHL, why can't he do it here? And I just have all the confidence in him, and I keep reminding him that, just keep doing your thing out here. You're one of the best players in the world, and that was one of the best moments for U.S. hockey. So it's a special player and a special moment.
I think that's exactly what you said. Quinn, do your thing.
Yeah.
But when the goal goes in, the excitement, the jubilation, the celebration. Take us through you seeing the goal go in from the bench and running out on the ice. Take me through the whole thing.
Yeah, it's hard to put into words. I mean, you you get down to these last few games, quarter, semifinals, and they're all game sevens. So you're aware of the circumstances. You're aware that you're either moving on or you're going home. So I think just it's almost easier being out there, like when you're in the moment and just playing. When you're on the bench, you have no control over it. I'm probably more nervous in that situation. So emotions were high, obviously really excited, happy for them, happy for our team to keep moving on. I felt like we were the better team last night, and I think we deserved the win. Probably made it a little bit closer than we would have liked, but yeah, just an incredible game, and those are the moments you'll always remember, playing hockey.
Those skates in Michigan, I know I talked to you a little bit about it in December in Columbus, but what are they like, and how prideful is it? You have 7 guys that are in those skates routinely that are here part of this team.
Yeah, I mean, they're really high tempo, high pace, competitive, and that's why I'm not surprised by it. And I know it's a summer skate, but if people came and watched how intense they are and how competitive they are, we compete like we're playing game sevens. We want to win. When we do battle drills, our team wants to win the day more than that team. It's just like we go at it with each other, and I've seen Quinn have moments like that all summer for years now. I've seen him do it in the NHL, and like I said, I'm just not surprised to see him do it at the Olympics. I had a good feeling last night when he got the puck it was going to happen, and that's what he does. He makes plays like that, and to have 7 guys here from those skates, I think speaks volumes about our group. Jim Hughes deserves some credit there as well. But no, it's definitely special being a part of that.
The preparation of this coaching staff, I think it was the under 6 timeout or somewhere thereabouts, Heinze says to you guys, hey, when we get to 5-on-6, X and Y is going to happen. Take me through that, and then what happened when it got to 5 and 6.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great time to kind of reiterate what our 5-on-6 is. We haven't had those yet in the tournament. And I feel like instead of burning a timeout, a TV timeout's a perfect time to do that and use that time to our advantage. Obviously, they score on it on a great play, but I felt like for most part of it, we did a good job of being in our structure. But yeah, our coaching staff super prepared. I mean, you look at our staff and how long they've been in the NHL, Stanley Cups and all that. I mean, it's a very impressive coaching staff to be around, and very smart people. And I think I've learned a lot from the 4 Nations last year and now the Olympics. And yeah, just grateful to be a part of it and to learn from these guys.